Hi, welcome to the Witch House. Pull up a chair, have a sit, and let's chat. And guess what, guys? I got another Kickstarter deck in the mail. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this one. So I did take it out of the package and, of course, undid the wrapping and stuff, but I haven't taken it out. So it arrived like this. And you can see it's got some stuff in it. And so let's see what I have here. So I have a nice thank you card. And I got some lovely little buttons, fox buttons. The Fox Universe Tarot. Oh, I love it. Look, I'm going to hold this up because here's all the information. And I will post the shop information down below so you can get it there. I got a lovely thank you card. So it ended December 31st. And then, so excited. Here's the deck. Oh, look at the beautiful box. Beautiful box. There we go. That's our little fox, our geometrical fox. And then, of course, here is the back with some of the images. It says the Fox Universe Tarot is an illustrated guide to practicing radical self-care. Learn to recognize signs of burnout and add some essential tools to your personal development toolbox with 80 original cards to assist you. Includes a 96-page guidebook that is filled with strategies for maintaining mental and physical health and achieving balance in your life. Yes, I'm so excited for this deck. So, I saw this on Kickstarter while I was still pretty deep in trauma and grief. And so, straight away, I absolutely ordered it because looking at the cards and what it was saying, I thought it would be a wonderful deck for healing. Absolutely. And self-care. So I'm so excited to get this deck. See, like I said, I love Kickstarter because I back decks and I forget about them. And then when they show up, I'm like, oh my God, I so forgot about that. So the inside just has the pretty design. And then we have the book on top, which is just a small book. Let's see what we have here. Introduction about self-care. So it does have a trigger warning. I'm going to read that to you so before you buy it, you know ahead of time. It says this deck deals with mental health, and included in the cards are some topics that you might find triggering. If you don't want to confront your trauma on a casual Tuesday morning, that's totally fine. Just remove any cards you find triggering until you feel ready to think about them in relation to practicing self-care. So, yeah. All right. So we have all cards, and there are no spreads. No spreads. And so let's see how she suggests you use the cards. Using the cards. Okay, so traditional. It's designed around a traditional tarot deck. 22 major arcana plus 2 and 56 minor, made up of 10 pips, 4 court cards, 4 suits, all original, different. So it says to read with the deck, you can do a daily major arcana meditation on a single card pull. You can do meditations on the minor. Um, I love this. It says you can do, well, of course, you can do the 3 card past, present, future. You can do it says here you can sit down with a partner and compare thoughts on the life areas represented in the major arcana. Where do you have things in common and where do you differ? I like that. Scan through the cards and choose one deliberately to think about. Maybe an area you know needs attention. Wow, this is fantastic. You can use this deck in so many different ways. I'm thrilled. I'm absolutely thrilled. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Let me get that thing up. Okay, so first of all, can we just talk about the shiny gold gilding? Okay. Now, I have to say that although I love shiny gold, I love the shiny gilding very much. If you haven't figured it out, I don't know of a gilding that doesn't chip at some point, especially with heavy use. I have a feeling this deck and I are going to be friends for a little while. But yeah, so frankly, having gilding that's chipped really doesn't bother me, because to me, honestly, the sides of the cards don't matter. I think that's why I don't edge my decks. I've edged only one deck out of my whole collection, and because it just doesn't matter to me. I'm all about the artwork. So with that, let us get started. So here we go. We have the fox, which is the self. Growth. When I saw this deck, a lot of these, emotions. The words that they chose, I thought were very insightful and thought provoking, especially for what I would consider a healing deck. I am not generally a fan of black and white decks. I think I only may have 3 in my entire collection, but this one really spoke to me on a soul level. And obviously, I was in the throes of trauma and grief. And I badly needed this deck. And I think it still can provide me with healing and support because I am still healing and I'm still grieving and I'm going to be grieving for a long time. But the sadness is getting better. The sadness is getting better and the love is just getting stronger. And the memories are stronger for all the time that we were given and that we did have together. Facebook is great for bringing up your memories. So, yeah. As a matter of fact, today is Baker's 1-year anniversary. We got Baker today, 1 year ago. So, yeah. But I really loved the words and the imagery that goes with it in this deck. Really spoke to me also, even though, like I said, I'm not a fan of black and white decks, but I really just love this. So we are now going on to the pip cards, and yes, this is another one of those decks where it's been renamed. And kind of funnily enough, I don't really mind that. I don't mind that the suits are renamed to fit the artist's, the creator's perspective. So, I just love the beautiful symmetry in the pip cards. Also, I'm not usually one for pip decks either, but this one again, I think, is a very special deck. And I think for anybody who is struggling with mental health, could probably benefit from this. And honestly, I think a lot of us, we all have our days. Let's be honest, we're not perfect. We all have our days where our mental health is in the toilet. And, you know, you don't need to be, diagnosed with any kind of an issue for this deck to be helpful in, figuring out your next move forward, or how to get out of the hole you feel in, or if you just feel stuck. I think it will be a great deck to support you through getting out of that. What do you do to help yourself? So, and like I said, also the words, the keywords at the top, I thought were so powerful. And some of these words I have never seen on other decks. So that also got my attention as well. I haven't noticed it yet, but I've been doing a lot of talking. But I do actually believe there is a grief card in this deck. And that was the other thing that sold me on it. Yeah. Guilt. Who puts guilt in a deck? So I love it. Stress. Negativity. I think we're into the swords. Just saying, trauma. Yeah. So. So we're coming into the darker time of the year. And for a lot of people, that's a good time to start their shadow work, because we're going under, we're going within, and instead of being without. So now is the time to look deeper within yourself as the darkness descends, and do that kind of work so that you too can emerge with the light when the light returns. But I'm very excited by this deck. Very excited. So I'm anxious to hear what you guys think. Did anybody else order this deck? Yeah. Of course, if you don't like cockroaches, you may have a problem. Oh, gosh. And the last card, Metamorphosis. Love that. These are also the backs of the cards, which I forgot to show you. It does appear that they can be read reversed. I just noticed that myself. I'm going to look in the book here and see. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because there's only like one meaning. So whichever way it comes up, it's going to mean the same, it looks like. So this is a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. I'm going to give it a shuffle and see. Oops, as I'm dropping some cards on the floor. So the card stock, hold on. I should have said bear with, right? Um, okay, so the cards are thick. They are definitely thick cardstock. As far as I think, and it's a thick, it's a thick deck. Let me see here. I have my Tarot of the Sweet Twilight out here, so let me. Yeah, you can see how much thicker this deck is as opposed to my Tarot for the Sweet Twilight. So you might be better off shuffling it, like this. It shuffles really nice like this too. It does. Yeah, when I tried to, well, apparently lots of them want to talk to me. Yeah, so when I tried to riffle shuffle, it's a little too stiff even to go like corner to corner, which is how I shuffle. So this would definitely be a deck I think that you would be shuffling either sideways or this way, this way, or I've come to find out I actually prefer shuffling decks like this. So just for curiosity's sake, let me see what I get here. Oh, nice. What do I pick? I picked the 8 of Swords, which says trauma. So let's see what it says in the book. So, the 8 of Candles. Okay, so it says, trauma is a type of psychological damage that occurs as a result of a distressing event, i.e. the loss of a close family member, or spouse, a natural disaster or accident, witnessing war or violence, etc. There are 3 types of trauma: acute, a single incident; chronic, repeated incidents, abuse, domestic violence; and complex, exposure to multiple and varied events. Post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, is a mental health condition that can develop following a particularly shocking or frightening event. Symptoms of trauma include flashbacks, nightmares, uncontrollable thoughts about the event, and severe anxiety. A traumatized person may struggle to live a normal life. Trauma is serious and requires heavy work to overcome, but it is possible. Speak to a professional if you have experienced trauma and are struggling to cope. Wow. I like it. I like it. It tells you you need help. Talk to somebody. You need help. So, yeah. I'm going to like this deck very much. I can already see. And I didn't ask it any question. I was just like, whatever you want to give to me. And so that was it. And obviously this deck knows that I have suffered trauma. So, with that, I send you guys much chakra love, and I'll see you on the next one.